day, Till. I'm SlickPorcupine, and welcome back to yet again another Season 2 episode of Custom Creations. Did you all like that cheeky intro? Oh, I hope you did, because it gives you all a quick sneak peek to the builds that are going to be featured in today's episode. You all build such incredible builds every single time. It's just completely insane, but it's just amazing. And without further ado, I would like to say, let's get things started. First build is from Elonius. We're going to be taking a look at a very intriguing custom market. Now, this isn't just a market. What I have come to love is the integration of environmental design. We get to see the nice approach to the shopper's little pop-up tents and also two towers on the backside of the shopkeep. But then, like I said, is the environmental design, such as the very first thing that you're going to notice is that there's a giant, crazy-looking tree. This is just mind-boggling. And then for the rest of the landscape, we get to see that a water fountain, well, I say water fountain, it's more like a waterfall coming through the mountain, and a nice touch of flowers and everything else to sort of bring the environment together. This is a very visually pleasing build to look at. Our next build is a rather short, quick one from Apexian, who ended up creating a simple beach house or a beach hut. You know, sometimes it doesn't have to be over extravagant. It's just what it is. It's a simple beach hut located on some sand and next to some water, and well, it's still a work in progress, but you can sort of see the concept going, and I'm a little curious to see how they go from here. On to our next build from 2199 Hannah, who we have seen before in other previous episodes of Custom Creations. Today we are going to be looking at a very cute pixel art of a Cosmog, but taking it a next step further is a shop area that is in the design or shape of Cosmog. And to make things even better, the material choices or the material combinations that they went with sort of symbolize the color of Cosmog. It's that nice rich purple along with other materials such as the cobblestone and all that good jazz. Best part out of this whole entire area is the whole entire concept of basing it around Cosmog and the evolution line of Cosmog, which includes Lunala on one side and then of course Solgaleo on the other side. Overall, it's a very cute concept and the execution is very well done. Well, that was my terrible attempt at a pirate accent. But you get the point. Our next build is from ShyRay, who we have seen in previous episodes as well. This time around, they ended up creating a freaking pirate boat. The amount of detail that is on the exterior design of this boat is superb, because not just going from the mast to the flags, but also including the cannons. But most importantly, as we transition onto the boat, we get to see that there's also a lot of detail to have something on the boat itself, such as the pirate crew, who can be seen just roaming around or just piloting the boat, who knows where, but you know, overall it's just a really clean build and I actually really enjoy it. Carrying on, we have FaceToFace, who ended up creating yet again another environmental themed build. But this one's a little bit interesting because it's a snowy environment with a little cove with lava underneath. But this is sectioned off and there's, like I said, a cove with lava, there's a mountain with a cave on one side, and then there's a frozen river with a bunch of jetting rock formations. Oh, did I forget to mention that this is all inside of a snow globe? It's domed off. It honestly looks like a snow globe, and it's a really interesting idea and concept to sort of approach this. Also, all this is done by hand. Can you imagine that? That's crazy. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this, the person did not finish the build, or they were still in progress. So maybe for a future episode, we might finally get a look at what the finished outcome might look like, so stay tuned. Second to last build, we have Maku. We've seen this fellow before on the really early days of Custom Creations, and he has finally returned with a massive and very intricate and stunning build, might I add. I'm just gonna call this just a town, really. It's a small town. Overall structure and layout of this build is just beyond anything that I can imagine myself doing, which I've never really built anything like this before. Flying around, you get to see the high level of detail that's not only on the building structures, but along the walls and every little tiny bit and piece throughout. And then to add even more amount of detail, there's overgrown vines and grass that are on the walls, which is a very nice touch, which sort of makes it feel like the city is being sort of grown over from plants and stuff. Yet as we transition to the inside of the town, we can get a full visuals of the amount of work and pure creativity that went into the overall design structure and material combinations and everything that went into this. It's completely mind-boggling. There's a lot of structures just being buildings which can be used for stores, living quarters, but then there's also the main centerpiece, which I'm just going to call the town center. It is, again, I can't describe it. I guess you can call it regal. It has a nice elegance feel and vibe to it, and the overall composition of this build is very charming and pleasant to look at. To close things off, we have a tri-builder from Lyra, ShyRay, and Wereth. We have the Halloween Town themed environmental build. And when I say environmental build, this here is the epitome of that. There's a lot going on here. I'd like to point out is the amount of detail in composition that's going on throughout this whole entire area. There's a lot of houses which are supposed to be like trick-or-treater houses, and then around each and every single in that general area there's just a lot of land, and you can just run around and there's a lot to see, and it's not just one single area. Instead, this is actually broken into 3 different sections. There's hub area, and then there's a cave, which unfortunately I didn't record, and then there's this back part where there's this tower, and then you get a pond with some ducks in it and a nice custom looking tree. Best part is seeing a pumpkin patch with a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns just casually sitting there. It's like, that's a really nice touch, and it's a really nice overall visually pleasing build to look at. So congrats to you 3 for doing such a great job. And that wraps up yet again another Custom Creations Season 2 episode, where there were some incredible, beyond incredible builds today. You know what to do. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to show that like button some good old lovin'. Be golden, stay golden by clicking that subscribe and bell icon to be notified whenever I upload videos. And until the next time, as always, stay psycho fancy.